What is going on, everybody? How are we doing? Happy Sunday to you all. It is very hot where I am, I must admit. I have been getting a lot of sun today, and so I am a little bit zapped. I'm a little zoinked. That's okay. We're here together. We're going to talk. We definitely have some things to discuss. I see Chef Prez over here in the comments is not very excited for Las Vegas. We're going to talk about Las Vegas. He is going. I'm curious, Chef Prez, why is it that you're not excited and you're still going? I think that kind of deserves this reaction. So we can start off right away on Vegas. We did receive the announcement just 2 days ago about everything you need to know for NBA Top Shot in Las Vegas. So just to get an idea of timing, that would be on Thursday for the festivities that are starting on Friday. And here we are on Friday. We're going to have a gym takeover at Tarkanian Basketball Academy. I appreciate the Tarkanian Armenian name. President Joseph R. Biden would be very happy. That's going to be fun. And then we have the Vegas live show at the Rhythms Event Center. When I heard the name of that event center, I thought this was like a dancing studio or something. But pretty cool because I'm excited for my fellow content creators. And we'll get to that in a second. So first of all, the Hoops Takeover is going to be with Richard Jefferson and Channing Frye. And honestly, I would be super excited just to play with Richard Jefferson. I think he's hilarious. He has become a sports personality that I really enjoy after really hating him when he would play against my Boston Celtics. But as an ESPN analyst, also as a TikTok account creator, he's really funny. And that would be super fun to be playing basketball, maybe some knockout, dodgeball, the Q&A. Maybe I don't really have any questions for them, but I'm sure some of you guys do. And yeah, the competitive spirit of fandom. So imagine playing dodgeball, playing knockout, playing pickup, and one team has Channing Frye on the team and the other team has Richard Jefferson on the team. That to me does sound like a lot of fun. I would be pretty excited if I was going to that. So that's the first thing. That's going to be from 10 to 4 p.m. And then after that at 5:30 will be the live show with Team Hold and Shot Tank at the Rhythm and Blues Event Center. So again, it looks like Top Shot is giving them packs. other giveaways. So giveaways here, giveaways there. We don't exactly know what those giveaways are, but hopefully they're fun and rewarding. Free drinks, but we know that it's not just endless booze, but some free drinks and special guests. So we don't know who those guests will be. I'm curious to know who those ones will be. Um, and then, of course, choose your own adventure in Vegas, which I'm not quite sure why that is in a Top Shot announcement, but that's okay. And let's see, what else did I see here? So that's the first day. Um, my first thoughts though on this part of the flyer was like, I wasn't even sure that this was the Team Hold Shot Tank event because it just says Vegas live show. That's a small nitpick. I thought it might have been a nice little, shout out to the dudes who are running it to have them on this flyer. Just a small nitpick. Second day. So let me just catch up if any of you guys are saying anything funny. Um, yeah, so here we go. Chef Prez is gonna be at the roulette table. Collins also likes Richard Jefferson. And Poker Pro, who's always playing golf, says that Tarkanian Basketball Academy is a long golf driver away from the Sapphire Strip Club, which is the world's largest strip club. Okay. Thank you for sharing those details, Poker Pro. Weisberg is excited for the live show. Why do I have a feeling that Weisberg is going to be in the audience going, you guys can give me a mic any minute now, guys. I'll take that mic out of one of your hands. No problem. Just hand me that mic. I could talk up on that stage too if you guys like. Weisberg, you gotta get yourself in there because I know that's the only thing you're going to be thinking when you're there. So go start sending those DMs. And Poker Pro is excited for the strip club after with Jacob. So that is day one. And then the next day, when you're nursing your hangover, some of you on the Nine Lives lunch, at least, Nine Lives lounge, at least, will be having brunch. So bacon and eggs in a private location, maybe bottomless mimosas, who knows, but a private location, invite only. So I'm very curious about that. I'd love to get the recap of that when it's done. I have to lean on my contact Pack Drip, who has been AWOL from the stream from quite a while. Pack Drip, we miss you. And I definitely want to get some recap on that. Because it just sounds so mysterious, does it not? Private location, private brunch. That's what it feels like. I'm not gonna lie. Are they all going to be wearing masks? Is the private location going to be some big velvet curtain and you're going to walk in and you're just going to see some king of the Nine Lives Lounge in the center? You're going to walk in and just be surrounded by people in cloaks? That guy in the red is like, orange juice or apple juice. Make your decision. Let's see. Yeah, so Collins, we're sacrificing 9 kittens at the Wicked Spoon. So let's see. That's going to happen in the morning, the Nine Lives Lounge brunch. So you Nine Lives Lounge members don't get too wasted the night before with Zakarian and the bunch. Then you have your summer league games all day, and we've already talked to death about the quality of the players first weekend compared to second weekend, but hopefully you'll have some nice competitive games, and you'll be seeing some players just like trying to make the next leap, let's say in summer league, showing off, trying to get on their teams, rosters, etc. So that should hopefully be a fun time as well, and you'll be able to sit with a whole bunch of other NBA Top Shot collectors. And I'll mention that I saw on Twitter that the Wolfpack is sharing photos of all those guys all together, just hanging out, having fun. I think they just went to the Top Golf as well, because I think playing Top Golf is somehow a requirement as a Top Shot collector, something I was not aware of when I joined NBA Top Shot, that you had to know how to hit a driver on a golf ball, but apparently that is incredibly important in this community, something I truly did not know. But I got to admit, it's really nice to see them all hanging out together. And so then they're going to have that Top Shot takeover at Top Golf, open to all collectors. and it doesn't say anything there about the roped off section for the Nine Lives Lounge. I wonder if that's still going to happen. It will. An exclusive Nine Lives Lounge and the chance to tee off and hang out with J.R. Smith, NBA legend and collegiate golfer. So that sounds like fun to hang out with J.R. Smith. Who knows? It could be a lot of fun. And I think that the point of when looking at these kind of events, or like what's going to happen in this weekend in Vegas, is like, it's what I said before when after everyone was already getting all upset at what they thought it should have been, and how they thought that it was going to be a convention. It's like if they didn't kind of put their foot in their mouths by alluding to the fact that that was going to be the convention, this would have been perfectly fine. And this would have been kind of what you would expect. Go to Vegas, hang out with your friends, go to some cool things that Top Shot can organize for you and give you some booze and meals and whatever, and just have a fun time with your internet buddies. Like, to me, before any thoughts of a convention, that's what this was to me. So for those who are going to this Vegas weekend, I know that you're going to have a good time. It's going to be fun hanging out with each other. It's too bad I can't make this trip. Who knows? Maybe next year. Who knows? We never know. Not pickleball. I play paddle. Paddle is what I play. I played it the other day, actually. So it looks like Poker Pro Eric is doing a lot of recon over there of the Top Golf, telling us where the Nine Lives Lounge section is on the far left of the 4th floor. Anyhow, so that is the Vegas event. And the other thing I also wanted to mention was that events like this, events like Vegas, I think the reason too that people, part of the reason I think that people are like, we're so on edge was just because of what the general sentiment has been for quite a while. I think that when sentiment isn't great, then almost anything will get the people riled up. Now, I get it. A lot of people were very much invested in what was going to be going down in Vegas. I don't want to like that. That is true. But we also see things that happen, like when they mess up an email and everyone loses their damn mind because general sentiment isn't great. And I think that my point that I'm trying to get to in a long way around is that these kind of events, like Vegas events and nice little gifts to people who show up and go to organized events and things like that, those feel like they should be just cherry on the top. I think that's what we all kind of wish. We all wish that these were just nice little cherries on the top, just fun. We don't have to be so emotionally invested in them. Imagine if all of our accounts were just sideways or just slightly growing or something like that. This stuff wouldn't upset anyone. We would just be happy for whatever it was. But because sentiment hasn't been great, these kind of perceived mishaps, period, get people way more riled up and way more pissed off. That's what I think. So there's some kind of conversation going on in the chat about if airplane mode likes blondes or brunettes. It sounds like Poker Pro Eric is planning his own event at a strip club. So good luck with that logistics. Poker Pro is saying, and first of all, thank you, Top Shot. Great point. I agree. I think it was great. Any truth the rumor that all team set holders of the winning Summer League team will be airdropped NFT rings? That would be kind of fun. Like, again, even though I know you're just talking out your ass, that would be something kind of fun and silly. And why not? Like, that would be, why not? Who cares? Over under on a Roham appearance. I think that there's a decent chance, especially to that Nine Lives Lounge Cloak and Dagger brunch. I wouldn't be shocked if Roham showed up to that. I saw he was on Twitter, but that was part of the New York event. The Portland Trailblazers Discord, they had some photos with Roham. All right, so we talked about Vegas. It sounds like some of you in the chat are going to Vegas, and I hope you all have a great time, and I hope you also update me. I truly hope that the people in the Nine Lives Lounge give me all the dirt. I want all the dirt, all the masked information of what's going on in the brunch and in that very special section, and what what kind of conversations you had with J.R. Smith and ask him about some of those meme moments where his eyes are, I don't know, like, I don't know if there's like, isn't there a meme of J.R. Smith whose eyes are just like half closed? And ask him about that. I'm sure there must be some funny stories there. So let's see. Let's catch up with the comments here. SF City Legends. You would rather see Diplo, honestly, perhaps on a yacht. Weisberg would argue it's more about the trail of hinted promises about different stuff dropping this summer. I agree, and that okay, that kind of approach is kind of what got them in trouble a while ago, right? Dropping hints that didn't then lead to what they were hinting about. So that is a disappointment to have dropped hints, and I do understand that. I do understand that. Join the Nine Lives Lounge already. I know. Gotta join. All these things that have this added utility, if I lived in the United States, I feel like I would be way more likely. And Weisberg's the 30,000 feet view is positive. They've dropped crafting, burning, and offers. I agree. And so I think that's a good segue then to talk about our chat last week with Vinyls, aka Matt. That was such a chock full of information and engaging interview. I honestly thought that was the best interview I've had on this channel since I've been doing this for almost about a year. Packer Ewing actually mentioned it on Twitter. I think we're coming up to the year, might even already be a year. I don't know. But it was so great for a few different reasons, I thought. I'm curious from you in the chat to share why you enjoyed it, because I have never received so much feedback on a interview before. So people really, really liked it. And I think that's great for a couple different reasons. I think it's great because it's sending the positive feedback loop to Dapper, hopefully, that like this is a good thing. We want the transparency because you we like to talk about how Dapper can get that instantaneous feedback from us. We also enjoy getting that instantaneous, or not, doesn't have to be instant, but that transparency and information back from them. Even hearing why the Top Shot debuts weren't included, to me, that was like, holy crap, that was such useful and valuable information. It was so valuable to have the curtain pulled back and to better understand how those decisions were being made. Because meanwhile, in my discords, people are talking about Top Shot debuts and why aren't they getting enough love and yada yada. And meanwhile, it's like the proof is right there. The story is right there, waiting to be told, and there it is. And it was just eye-opening. Honestly, it was great. It was great to hear about why the Top Shot debuts weren't being included. And if you didn't watch that interview yet and you're in this chat, which I think is probably not very likely to review, the reason that the Top Shot debuts were not included was because these were on nights that Kevin Durant was playing and would very likely end up in the Flash Challenge players that you would need to use. And his Top Shot debut at the time was like $20,000. And so that's why the Top Shot debuts very often were not used when Kevin Durant was filling up the stat sheet. So I thought that was very awesome, I should say. Let's see what else. Weisberg is insulted that interview was the best ever and not one of his. Look, I'm just going by the feedback, Weisberg. So apparently Cleganes canceled his trip to Vegas. Should he be stripped of the captain role? Effin killed it with a subtle comment on rarity versus accessibility. I honestly didn't think it was that subtle. I was trying to be as clear as possible about rarity versus accessibility, and we'll talk about that in a second. Real question: Will Janie join Mike at the live show? Probably not, if I had to guess. Yeah, he was honest in his answers. Like, what more can we ask for? It didn't feel overly bureaucratic. It didn't feel like he was ducking the questions. That's what I really appreciated so much. Top Shot, Thought Shot. The interview showed me Dapper does really care, but they just don't understand all the intricacies involved or scarcity. So it feels, especially when we heard Jacob talk about in the last Twitter spaces, when they said something about the market cap. and they said, we're going to be paying more attention in S4 about total market cap. That one, it both felt good to hear and it both crushed my soul to hear. It crushed my soul to hear because I thought to myself, how is it possible that the people making the decisions up until this point aren't looking at what's going on in the market cap and aren't reading what people are saying on Twitter? How can it be possible? That's the part that crushed my soul because I still don't understand how that's possible. Um, and I'd like to think it's not that they didn't know about it. It's just that they had like a dogmatic idea in their minds. You know, a year plus ago, it was always about this is a 100+ year product, etc. And while the market cap wasn't doing so hot, I was saying to myself, I don't ever want to hear that phrase uttered again. Care about your existing users, care about your existing market cap, care about what's happening right now. And then Roham was on a Spaces, and he the narrative had changed, and he was saying something about we're not concerned about our future users, we're concerned about our current users. And that was like, oh, thank goodness. I'm so glad I'm hearing that. And so that's why that's another one of those situations where I almost wish I could have a discussion with somebody like The Economist or with the people that decide the intricacies around supply to say, like, you know, you were aware of what was going on, weren't you? And like you were aware of what the negative sentiment was, right? But was it just that you just so much believed in what you were doing that this just felt like temporary choppy waters, or what was it? Um, So, Chef Prez. Poker Pro Eric said Janie will do that Grandpa Simpson meme when he sees Bart Simpson, where Janie walks in the door, sees the carrion, and walks back out. But no, I don't think that's actually the case. All right, let me catch up on some comments here. The Tandy NFTs. Tandy, we trust. Talking to Dapper, staying updated in the Discords, sharing it with the community. That's what I try to do. Mike is insulted that he's not the best guest to interview. Poker Pro saying the best guest was Trump interviewing Tandy. I think you're not far off on that one. All right. Okay. So for what it's worth, they've made up. Yeah, I think you're talking about Janie and Zakarian. True. And and that's what keeps this all interesting, honestly, as just a casual fan of whatever's going on in Top Shot and my fellow content creators. It is fun just to keep up with everything that's going on, including the drama that then gets recovered and everyone's feeling better about themselves. Hello, Noam. Good to see you here. And it's true that Janie doesn't seem like the type to back away from anybody. I would agree. I don't think she cares if if her replies don't hit. If she sends the wrong GIF, I don't think she cares, and I think that I prefer that than the alternative, which is like no communication. So let's see, what else are we talking about here? We're talking about the recap from the chat with Vinyls. So we got that alpha more or less about the Top Shot debuts. We learned more about this idea behind burning and crafting. It was cool to me that he was mentioning this hybrid model of burning and crafting, where you may have to use certain moments, but then have to make hard decisions about moments that you would then have to burn to earn a reward. I think that's super cool. Again, though, to reiterate what I said earlier, and to go back to one of these comments before that was about like a wink and a nudge around scarcity and accessibility. The part that Matt said, and I know that Top Shot Thought Shop made a comment about this too, is that he was concerned about what would happen if they burn too many moments at once, and then a player like Bruce Brown was way more expensive to purchase than a similar rarity LeBron James or something like that. And the point that I made then, and the point that I'm making now, and the point that I'll make forever, is that that's a great problem to have. If your platform is so busy with people actively crafting and burning and trying to get rewards, uh, and it creates that problem where you now have too much scarcity on a certain player. That's a good problem to have for a couple reasons. Number one, to me, and of course, I'm just someone who's coming from my own little bubble. To me, what I mentioned to Matt, and what I'll mention again, is that I believe that there should be some kind of mechanism in place where if they needed to, they could create new moments. Like we all know that Austin Kent has a journal filled with moments during the season. So if Bruce Brown gets completely burned and there's zero 60Ks left, they could easily just create an airdrop or a pack or anything to make sure there's a bunch more Bruce Browns in the system. And that might take at most a couple days, I would think. Uh, I might not be figuring this out correctly, and maybe there's so much red tape and I could be wrong. But that's what I would do. If we lean harder into scarcity, it's not a bad thing. Another reason is if you remember where we were at, albeit it was during an unhealthy marketplace period. But when Top Shot was exploding in popularity, you couldn't get a Bruce Brown S2 moment, if that even existed, for less than like $30 or whatever it was. You couldn't get a S1 moment for less than $100. And people were still gobbling it all up because of this frenzy around scarcity. So that is kind of a challenging discussion because people were gobbling it up because things were spiking due to what was a market inefficiency. So like they don't necessarily want to be in that position of market inefficiency. I do understand that part. But at the same time, I believe that they're getting to a place where their platform is going to be stronger. It's going to have more offerings. They're going to be able to react to whatever is going on in the market more quickly, is what I would think. So let me catch up on some comments. Noam loved the last video, as did many others. Noam, thank you. Poker Pro saying is sharing some alpha with us that Steady Breaks will be at the Rhythm and Blues Event Center doing live pack breaks for the users in attendance. Good packs too, S1s, rares, etc. So that will be great for people who can be there live, and for suckers like me, nada. But that's great. Collins thinks we're going to need tickets in the future. I don't care. Oh, I don't know what for, but what's the hurry to burn these commons during the off season? Give me game tickets for X amount of tickets during the season. Totally agree. I think what you're getting at is we need more syncs. We need more syncs for trade tickets. Poker Pro, why is Top Shot trying to set the price of Bruce Brown versus LeBron James? That's not their job. Let the market decide. I think the point is that based on these crafting challenges or on these trade-ins, it potentially could create some kind of inefficiency, but I would agree more than disagree with you there. So Noam is saying that a quick note about something that Matt said in the interview. He was surprised the fact, okay, we mentioned this before you got here, Noam, that's what made them stop doing the Top Shot debut challenges. So I actually am not surprised, Noam, because they didn't want to have all of these fandom moments that were going to be like a circulation of 20 just because KD played a good game that night. Poker Pro does not like it when I bring up February. You see, that time I didn't actually say February, though, Poker Pro. I did not. We can never move forward until Tandy moves on from February 2021. I don't agree. I think it's not that I'm not moved on from February 2021. In fact, I have. But if we're going to tell this story of Top Shot and think about historically the decisions that they're making now, it's based on what happened then. So if we don't include that in our story, then we're not getting the full picture. Like it's very valid information if you ask me. So Noam says, here's a solution. Just make a rule in the challenge that if a player only has a rare Top Shot debut, no common, you can also. All right. So Noam, you may have missed this in the interview, but he didn't have that capability and he now does. So they will be doing something like this year or this new series, which is that if it's a Top Shot debut challenge, they can say or a rare. So then Maybe not financial advice, but maybe some of you go buy whatever's the cheapest Kevin Durant rare. Alan, it's my buddy over there in Brazil. He's giving me some good vibes emojis. I can't see them. I just see the words. Okay. Hello, Eric. Hello. So let's just catch up here. Top Shot, Thought Shot. February is a great history lesson, though. We shouldn't forget. Otherwise, people will assume we have to have $1 moments and endless packs for new users. Exactly. Poker Pro thinks the story of February should be forgotten about forever. It doesn't have bearing on current market or current mints. See, that's where I would disagree with you, though, Poker Pro. I think the big reaction in the other direction was purely because of February 2021. So how can you explain why there were 60Ks without understanding what happened in February? I feel like it's all completely intertwined. You can't tell the story without knowing what happened. And for that matter, you should also understand what was happening in January of 2021 and December of 2021. Like it's all part of the tapestry of NBA Top Shot, shall we say. Can we have a sync at Summer League? I hope we can for trade tickets. I think they wanted to. I think it's what Roham actually alluded to. It was part of that whole chat, that Twitter Spaces, when everyone thought there was going to be a Top Shot convention. This was because he made comments about he envisions having a convention where people can use trade tickets to buy merch, to buy popcorn, to buy cotton candy, beer, and whatever LeBron James had in that little Ziploc bag. I'll take 5 of those golden Salt Bay pistachios, please, for 1,000 trade tickets. All right. So SF City, only the largest influx of new users ever on the platform. Yes, it was. Chef Prez, Top Shot should do something for the people that got burnt in the early S2 days. And Top Shot, Thought Shot, when was Seeing Stars, Rising Stars, All Stars, multiple plaque drops every week? The Dark Ages. That was right when the tide started turning. Can we talk about why Tandy only has 3 photos he uses for YouTube clips? Yeah, we can talk about it. I have a Canva template, and I think I actually only use 2 photos, not even 3. So thank you for saying I use 3 photos. But Weisberg, if you want me to use more photos, I will use more photos just for you. I will choose some new photos. So I don't know if this is a sarcasm or not, but Chef Prez was saying they should do something for the people that got burned in the early S2 days, and Poker Pro is saying they did. They gave them birthday packs. Which, by the way, when is this 2-year birthday of NBA Top Shot? Shouldn't that be coming relatively soon? I feel like those birthday packs were last summer, were they not? So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what exactly they should do for all the people that got burned. I think the explanation they gave in the Twitter Spaces that Jacob gave, I didn't love it when it was shared. It was the bonus, the Top Shot score bonus. That it was also, I think it's also basically the idea is that if you bought stuff and you're super underwater on it, but you still held on to it, it still benefits you with the Top Shot score. But I agree, I'm not crazy about that stuff. I'm not crazy about it because the bonus to me wasn't a huge deal, and I just think that there needs to be more, ideally, than okay, congratulations, you can buy more packs. I think that I don't even know what the answer would be, but yeah, I don't know. And I also know that a lot of people disagree with this line of thinking. A lot of people think that stop begging for free things. Why do you think you deserve anything just because you got burned? I don't really have a good answer right now. Poker Pro wants to know why is Sapphire Strip Club not on the list for Vegas events? Him and Weisberg got a collab and make the event off the record. So, I mean, go ahead, guys. If you want to make a strip club event, all the power to you. 2-year birthday is June. So I guess we passed it already then. Top Shot, Hot Shot. How many how much current supply needs to be burned in your opinion? So here's my thoughts on that. I DM'd with Nest Analytics, who's really bright guy. Trying to find that DM now, of course. It's taking me a while. So he said that there are 24.6 million combined 60K, 40K, 35K, and 30K that are currently minted. So that's, of course, not including the 15Ks and the 10Ks, which currently are priced around the same amount of money. Um, and the burning that's been done so far, he gave me an example of Terrence Davis, who's kind of a role player on the Kings. And he said, look at the impact that burning or trading in has done on this Terrence Davis player. So he has the 60Ks, which went from circulation of 60K down to 39K. The 40K went from 40 to 37.6. The 35 went to 34. So that data shows that the only circulated moment that had any effect so far of trading in on to the locker room is the 60K down to basically 40K, and it hasn't really done much. It hasn't really affected much. The 40K is basically unmoved, as is the 35K. So I believe that we need to burn quite a lot more, which is why when Matt sort of didn't was a little scared of the idea of burning too much, I wanted to think, well, just, do it, go hard. And if it's too much, then you revert and you add more supply. Because where we are right now is there's almost no discernible difference between a player's 60K, 40K, 35K, 15K, 10K. They're all like $1 apart in value. And as a collectible platform, to me, that doesn't make sense. And to me, that doesn't make the rare stuff more valuable because there's so much more of the shrapnel. And I think that's been some of the messaging in the past, which I felt was a strikeout. And I remember I commented on one of those posts before. I was like, this doesn't show that the rare stuff is super desirable. It just shows that you overminted the crap out of the shrapnel. So I believe that they need to get rid of quite a lot of supply. I mean, if they have 26 million moments in that range, why not somehow burn 20 million of it? I'd be fine with that. 6 million is probably still plenty. That's my take for now. So let's see, what else am I missing here? There was the gift back. That's true. That was part of the giving back to the people who got burned in S2. That obviously created a positive sentiment. There was also the challenge that rewarded you in Dapper. I feel like that's another thing that should be done. I know that I've heard people say, why don't we do some kind of a burning challenge where you burn a bunch of S2 and you win Dapper back or Flow or something like that? That would also be great. If they can manage to use some of that marketing budget to do something like that, I think that would be awesome because you create such good vibes amongst the community. And Janie mentioned that they're going to spend between, I believe it was 35 million to 60 million in marketing in Series 4, which is definitely good news. And it's something that all of us here should feel pretty damn good about. But I do wonder if some of that could be used for those kind of marketing approaches where you're directly rewarding your existing users in a way that is very much platform intrinsic, let's say, if I'm using that term right, where like they understand their existing users and they're rewarding us where we live and rewarding us based on our experience on the platform. So Collins wants Mike AMSR. What's AMSR? I don't know what that is. For a minute there, I thought you wanted Mike to do the whispering close on the microphone thing, and then Mike would get like a little squishy ball and say, "I'm squishing the ball." I think that's what Collins wants. He wants to go to the strip club, and then he wants all the lights to turn off, and then just Mike is there on center stage. Do you like a squishy ball, Collins? You like that? All right. Sorry. Apologies. All right. Top Shot, Thought Shot. Users that get burned tell their friends to stay the hell away from Top Shot. Counters marketing. If you don't like things, then just leave. Never works out well. Agreed, 100%. And that is, that is one of the toughest things right now. It's like they have to keep things level and they have to keep existing users happy. Hopefully, we'll get there. Fun fact from Poker Pro Eric: many strippers will accept ETH for a dance. Oh, so I was right, Collins. It was an ASMR. Thank you. All right, the comments are coming in hot and heavy. Hold on, I got to catch up here. Poker Pro wants to burn all the throwdowns. Terrence Davis is no longer on the Kings. The Kings are bringing in Matthew Deladova, who is the squad goals. No, sorry, that's not squad goals. Matthew Deladova from the Cavs. I don't know if that's a good indicator for the Kings, I gotta say. So the Top Shot beta birthday is October 1st. Thank you for that, GB. So it looks like that is the birthday pack. So hopefully we'll see another birthday pack. I don't know how, but that's the thing though. Are you all excited though if you get a 60K pack in October? That's the problem. That's what's been watered down so badly. Packs just aren't exciting anymore unless they are these massive swingy loot packs like the Magic Johnson one. I do think that this upcoming MGLE hollow one or legendary one, like those will be fun because it's like these massive potential swings. Whereas the 60Ks are just not fun. There's no fun there. It's been so that's what drew me in so much to Top Shot when I joined, is like that nostalgia and that rushing to the marketplace to seeing what I got. And I think that now it's been so watered down. It's been destroyed, if you ask me. Like your only thing is if you can rip a 4K great rookie, which I don't think I've ever ripped. I think I've probably ripped like 50 packs. I've never ripped a rookie like that. So that is why it's not a bad thing to lean into scarcity. It's not a bad thing to see the value of good player moments go up again. It's okay if the cheapest LeBron James is $40. Like that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I think that's what I hope Top Shot can understand, that because people loved that. And Poker Pro, just for you, people loved that back in February. Colin, they need to let us burn our Series 2 stacks that they rug pulled. They do. They need to reward us. Let's get some Dapper in return for a bunch of rug pulled S2. Why not? Poker Pro wants Weisberg to say hello to Chewy. GB, we are still in beta. I know we are, Poker Pro, but I think he's just talking about when that pack was released. Noam, about KD. I think Matt said that he can make a challenge and with every player use rare or TSD. That's true. That's the new technology, though, Noam, that didn't exist when he was avoiding the TSDs. Exactly. He can do exactly what you're mentioning. Top Shot Thought Shot wants to burn all remaining S1, S2, and S3 remaining packs, burn everything in the locker room, and do burning challenges to get total supply down about 50%. Pipe dream, I know. I'm with you, man. I don't know if they'll do that on the S1, though, but I'm with you. Burn it down, man. We are clearly in an unhealthy market when there's no difference between 60K, 40K, 35K, 30K, etc. There's practically no difference. How is that a healthy collectibles market? It's not. All right, let's see. Let's work down these comments. Squeaky saying only 249,000 MLB champions, which is the first major sports NFT. Hidden gem to be worth the most in the future. First of anything are worth a shit ton always. That's what MBL thought. He bought a very expensive, I believe it was a Babe Ruth MLB champions. It's really hard to say if something like MLB champions are going to be worth a lot of money one day. I mean, like, that's kind of the thought process about CryptoPunks. A lot of people think that because that's technically, although apparently it's not the first NFT, but people like to think it is, and that's why it's worth what it's worth, even though, of course, now it's been flipped by apes. But according to this thought process, MLB champions is alike CryptoPunks. So let's see. How much did they spend this season on marketing? I do not know the answer to that. Let me just. Okay, so I'm catching up. So you thought the ASMR joke was pedophile whispering. That's definitely not what I was trying to get to. Josh, I'm hoping in S4 they find more ways to provide utility that isn't raffles. Amen. The raffles seem like something that could be done without Web 3. So I think what's Web3 about the raffles is that they can very simply and easily put you in a certain bucket. So they can run a system on their supercomputer and just say, okay, well, we're going to run a raffle for anyone who's collected more than 5 LeBron James, whatever, S2 moments. And also at the same time, people who have a Alex Caruso S1 moment and run it and blink and then out spits it out. I feel like that is the part that's, I don't know if it's technically Web3, but that's the part that makes their raffles somehow unique. However, I'm on the same page as you. And a comment that Pacrip Ewing shared during the spaces when Jacob was talking was, so this is during the spaces when there was some dead air, and Packer Ewing jumped on and he said something like, I just want to shout out how incredible it is that we sent 900 users to the NBA playoffs. And on the one hand, it is incredible. And again, this is one of those cherry on top things that I was talking about. If we are sitting in early S2 and everything is going totally fine, account values are rising, sending like 10 people to the NBA playoffs is going to feel humongous. When the sentiment is down, sending 900 people, even though that is a lot of people, and even though everyone here would absolutely love to have one of these VIP experiences, myself included. Um, when you think about the effect it has on sentiment in general, that's when you break down the numbers and you say 900 is what percentage out of active users. And I think at the time of that comment when it was made, I did the math and it was something like a little under 5%. So 95% of your users potentially are frustrated, are feeling kind of left out, are feeling like there's no utility for their moments that they're holding on to, are feeling rugged after what happened in S2 with the stacking. And 5% of the users are super happy and going to see the best possible NBA games with varied location of their seats and some VIP experiences where they're meeting NBA X players and drinking and eating and having an awesome time with other Top Shot collectors. So it's a massive split of user sentiment. So on the one hand, it's cool. On the one hand, if we were on cherry on top situation like we could have been if we weren't in this oversupply situation, then anything would have been great. Send two fans to the NBA finals would have been great. So I think that's what's so important. And I don't know if maybe that's hard to understand sometimes when you're working from the inside. And that's one of the reasons also why I loved, again, the chat. I loved the chat so much with Matt, aka Vinyls, because there's only so much that you can pull. If you're working in Dapper, that you can pull from the hive mind, that you can pull from the Discord, that you can pull from the Twitter. And then there's naturally going to be this sort of insular layer that you have on your side where you guys are trying to achieve the things that you're trying to achieve, and you can't pay full attention to what the hive mind is saying on streams like this, on Twitter, in the Discords. You just can't. It's too mentally taxing. So I feel like you need it. It's the thing that we've been talking about for probably more than a year, which is having some kind of an intermediary situation. And that's what I felt like my discussion was with Matt kind of was, where we had people in the chat, being generally respectful. We had myself, and we could just kind of have an open, honest conversation. And no one was getting triggered. No one was having to be overly bureaucratic. It was just respectful and it was open. And I think that what is unique about NBA Top Shot is this sort of stickiness of its community to its product and its community to its employees, to its staff. And that is a very valuable thing, obviously. And it's not a bad thing to have these kind of situations where we can all interact in this kind of way. Because sometimes those Twitter spaces, for example, they do get a little bureaucratic, or sometimes, things are said that shouldn't be said, or things are kind of held back. And I don't know if it's just unique to certain employees that are kind of able to give us enough without shutting us off. But yeah, something about that chat really struck a chord with a lot of you. Okay, let's see here. So Poker Pro, I think he's talking about the birthday pack. He's saying it's a free pack anyway. Yeah, but if it's 60Ks, who cares? That's what Rowdy's saying. 60K slaps in the face. Weisberg, quick look back at the finals drop. 5 out of the 9 moments are below the price of the finals pack. So I think are you talking about the finals commons pack? Because yeah, that was kind of a fail. Or are you talking about the rare pack? GB, maybe give us a WNBA birthday pack. Right, because I'm not a big WNBA fan, but that is a good segue to my next point that I want to talk about. But this is ingrained in the price of WNBA moments, in my opinion. I think GB is saying this because the WNBA moments are worth more currently. There's more debuts, etc. So again, it always works. It always comes back to this financial aspect, which I feel like everyone on both sides of the table have to be more honest about. Poker Bro saying the 4K rookies have plummeted. Well, I think everything is plummeted right now. Maybe give us S1 reserve birthday packs. That would be amazing if some people just got the S1 reserve packs. I have not watched We Own This City yet. I know that you mentioned it to me. I'm catching up. I watched Stranger Things, and now I'm catching up on Better Call Saul. I'm trying to get that. Hello, Chewy. Shalom. Weisberg, sorry, 6 out of the 9 moments are below. Okay, so you're talking about the legendary pack. They're below 1,000. The 7th is Clay, which is 1050 low ask. Yeah, not a great signal for marketplace health. But on the other hand, I'm not exactly surprised. Like again, the entire spectrum of NFT purchasing is down, so it's not surprising that NBA Top Shot is part of that. Like NBA Top Shot, in some ways, it's almost a benefit that they can be just grouped in with the macro level economy with NFTs right now, because you can't say anymore like, oh, NBA Top Shot's dropping the ball while all these other NFTs are doing wonderfully. Now everything is just kind of tanking. Tandy NFTs. Tandy, we have to look at the community for solutions. Are you commentating the Judge simulation extravaganza? So Judge has not confirmed or denied anything, but I would imagine that he's going to want all the help he can get. Otherwise, he's going to be commentating like hours and hours of simulated NBA 2K games. And I can't imagine that he's super psyched to do something like that. I would be happy, though, to give it a shot at least once. All right. I got to work through these comments quicker. All right. So Poker Pro is talking about the packs. Gnome is talking about the packs are not that exciting because the stars are not worth much. Okay, this is a good point. He remembers bringing a friend to the Top Shot, and he got a KD that was worth $24 on his first pack, and he was so happy. That's my point. We need that. That can't only be the 4K rookies, and the only way we get there is with scarcity. I need to let it burn cutaway. Okay. Poker Pro's throwing a little shade. He's trolling. He's saying that they spent $42 on marketing, and that Top Shot Kingdom spent more. Tandy, although little known fact, allegedly Usher's Let It Burn song is about his living with STDs. Okay, the more you know. Poker Pro wants to know where Joshua's avatar pick. Chewy likes his cherries on the bottom. Oh, because I was talking about the cherry on top. So I don't even know. Okay. Okay. I don't know what to make of that comment. But yeah, all right. Why not? Noam, do you guys think that the squad goals moments will have utility after the set ends? If they don't, I see them tanking in a few months. Thoughts? Well, of course, if they lose all utility, they're going to tank. This is the thing that sometimes I think there's this disconnect with some of the people that work on the Dapper side, which is just like, these are super cool moments. They're collectibles. Get them if you like them, and that's it. and how much they're worth isn't important. And obviously those of us that are in the marketplace, are active in the marketplace, are actively watching the values, at least realize that there's way more to it than that. We don't just buy this stuff just because we like looking at it. All right. So yeah, Josh is saying that it is in a beach in Ghana, thus the Ghana Mamba username. January 1st, 2020. That's nice. A little New Year's. I think he's wearing his little New Year's outfit there. So Squeaky has a Babe Ruth as well. That's why I was talking about those MLB collectibles. It's just going to be a long wait, or it's collecting for your kids to have same as baseball cards. Just not much supply for people to buy and hold for the long-term bet. Yeah, who knows, man? That's kind of how I feel at Top Shot sometimes. This might just be a long-term bet. This we might think that we're close to mass adoption, and mass adoption might just be a long way off. We just don't know. I hope that with the marketing budget, we're closer than we think. Okay, let me try to work this through. Oh, so Chewy just mentioned Keta. Keta is a Portuguese, the only Portuguese basketball player in the NBA, which is exciting. I like that. Okay. Noam with a utility idea. Every once in a while, team up with a player and make a raffle for 10 to 20 people that holds his Top Shot debut to meet him in real life or something like that. Right? Why not? They totally could do that, and that's what they have always alluded to. Is like that's something that they want to do. Hot shot staking. He wants staking. That's happening. Do I have a judge face filter? I don't have a judge face filter. I don't. I can try to look through what filters I have. Like I don't know. Not I couldn't find a judge face filter. Um, like is this judge like? Is that judge like? We could just go super over the top and just ridiculous and just pretend that this looks like the judge. I mean, it doesn't look anything like him. I need somebody with like a strong eyebrows. Let me see if I can find one. Um, here's one. How about a bald judge? How about that? Like some of these filters are just not good. Big eyebrows. How's that? It's gonna make me bald. It's gonna make me bald. Yep. I don't know what it is. Why they have to make you bald. All right. How about that? That's a good judge. I think. I think that's the best we're gonna do. It's either that. It's either that or that. What do you guys prefer? One or two? I kind of prefer this one because it makes my face look weird. So is this gonna be our judge? Chewy, Chewy. Oh boy. I gotta scroll down and see which one you guys preferred. All right, let me see. Let me see. Oh, okay, you guys like it. Perfect. Alien boy filter. All right, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. All right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, sorry. I'm catching up here. Oh, airplane mode prefers two. Now I forgot which one was two. Is this one two? I mean that's just me with slightly larger eyebrows. Is that what you prefer? Do we prefer that? Pretty good. Jules, a lot of people think I'm emotional. I'm not emotional. I'm actually I'm a really sensitive guy. I'm very sensitive. I'm just looking for love. Just looking for love and looking for some utility for my moments. Oh, this one was one? Okay. So we like the weird one. So you like the weird one. This is the one we like. I couldn't watch the show. I couldn't watch the show about the autistic kids looking for love. Just couldn't do it. I was too sad. I was not feeling very good. The audacity. Oh, I need to just complain. God. Two Steph Curry Top Shot debuts. Why couldn't it be a LeBron? Oh. No, the best one was when the judge got his S1 pack and he opens it and he's looking like this. He's looking at it. And the Top Shot debut is playing. And it's the Steph Curry assist. And he's looking at the assist. And he's like, and I'm watching it and I'm going, does he not know that this is the Top Shot debut? And then all of a sudden it shows the badge and then he's like, oh God. And then he starts singing Celine Dion. Once upon a night time, I see you. Yeah, you get it. You get what I'm getting at. All right. Let's see. Thank you, Noam. Should work for SNL. Thank you. So nice. Josh asked a question up here. If I had $1,000 right now, what 3 to 5 moments am I buying? That is a really good question. That is a really good question. Sometimes I think about like Top Shot debuts, but then I get worried about the new supply that just every time the new supply comes out, they just get hit over and over again. Um, I think the strategy right now, honestly, like I think that we might still have more room to go down until the season starts, until people start getting pumped up about what utility actually looks like. Um, it my strategy might be to buy a bunch of cheap rares. That would probably be what my strategy is. Chewy, are you on drugs? Yes, you are. Jules would buy Ant debuts. Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea because though there's no more supply coming out on that, so that's actually a good call. Um, the S1 reserve packs is what I'm talking about. Someone asked which S1 pack. The S1 reserve pack. That's the one that Judge won, and it's also the one that I'm referencing when I say uh, I worry about buying the S1s because every time it comes up, every time they get released, it gets a bad result for the existing S1 holders. So Jules is saying they're going to have an insane announcement next week. Are you talking about Top Shot? Am I missing something? Do I not know something? McScrewdriver says that the start of the rise up. Top Shot thought shot saying he would spend that money on all day. Top Shot hot drop is saying the S1 is a black hole. Chewy is saying he needs to look at how many people have the multiple Mellow and Luca Cool Cats to see if they're up for trades. And Poker Pro is saying the former attorney judgy hit all the S1 Qs in a row. He had amazing S1 luck. Amazing luck. He hit the Giannis debut, the Curry debut, and then the Curry debut again. I think that's what he hit, if I'm not mistaken, which is just crazy, crazy luck. So Ryan would buy the Scotty, Cade, Jalen, and Mobley debuts for under 1K. It's not a bad idea because there's no more supply coming out. And no one would also spend that money on Joshua Primo. That must be a pretty low cost purchase at the moment. So let's see what else. Top Shot hot drop saying sell all S1 right away. I'm holding some S1. It's like at this point, honestly, it's the part of it is that Top Shot score. It kind of keeps you from selling off. And it's partly because I feel things are so low. Like I'll just write it down, and then hopefully ride it back up. So Poker Pro's asking, who's luckier, the former attorney, iRacer, or Tandy marrying his wife? Listen, Poker Pro, my wife is the lucky one. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Primo only has one moment and should start next year. Spurs are tanking. Did you know that Davion Mitchell Hollow is cheaper than the Mitchell MG Elite? I did not know that. That sounds strange. Why would that be? Do you think at the end of the S3 start of S4 and locking could make prices rise? Yes, of course it could make prices rise. Start of S4 could mean marketing. Locking could mean less people selling things, less supply. So yeah, of course it could make things rise. Buy Anthony Edwards. What's Anthony Edwards going for right now? Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the trusty Own the Moment website. Let's take a look. I was looking at my Tyler Hero, which I had bought up here and dropped all the way down here, which is crazy. I bought it for 200 in January. It dropped to 50. It's back up to 99. I'm debating selling it. All right. So what did we say we want to look at? Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards. Where is it? Here. So Anthony Edwards is seeing a little bump. Seeing a little bump in the last week from 285 to 299. The last 3 months, it was selling for, well, let's see the year to date. In January, when I was buying my Tyler Hero moment around here, it was selling for $500, bumped all the way up to 668 on some kind of, that might have been a flash challenge or something. And since then, it's been trending down. And now it seems like it bottomed out at 255 and is now slowly but surely working its way up. I mean, it's not a bad take just because he is an incredible player. So if Top Shot is to succeed and the market is to be healthy, then it should make some sense that it does well. Let's see what else here. I am not married to Irish's wife. The MG Lee is the bottleneck. That must be it. And let's see what else. Run it back prices were crushed by Top Shot. You know, when Top Shot mistakenly sold all those packs to those very, I feel like I need a Trump. This is a good Trump comment, so I'm going to bring in Trump. You know what I actually need? I need like a segue for Trump where it's like a presidential, a little presidential thing, but here we go. So, Poker Pro Eric, you're talking about the Run It Back, which is a very interesting pack, let me tell you. And I do believe that the Run It Back prices were absolutely crushed by Top Shot because of very poor and low energy developers that were not paying very good attention. And they watered it down and crushed it and sold it to some very dirty, under the table Hunter Biden types. They sold those Run It Back packs to the Hunter Biden influencers of NBA Top Shot. And look what happened. We saw those pack prices, those moment prices absolutely get crushed. Absolutely get crushed. Worse than I crushed Hillary Clinton. Worse, and that's bad. That's bad. Real bad. Real bad. So they should be ashamed of themselves. They should apologize. All right. I'm back. That's enough. That's enough, President Trump. Get back in your cubby hole. Yeah, no, I'm saying, of course you should sell. Of course you should sell. Let's see. Now this feels like the courtroom. I don't think Judge ever did a Trump impression, though. Come on now. All right, so there was one other thing I wanted to share with you all. Yeah, the Run It backpacks were on Hunter's laptop. That's true. There's one other thing I wanted to share with you all, which is a nice little indicator. So let me show you. Let's right over. Oh, did I lose it? Hold on. Sorry. I'm having a Zakarian boomer moment. Let me bring that up. Here it is. Okay. Let's go back and let's share this tab. Let's share this tab, shall we? Shall we, folks? All right. All right. Here it is. So if you see this tweet that was shared by a fellow named Zach Binkley, who was sitting in the NBA, what is this? The WNBA All-Star game? Is that what this is? I actually don't even know. Hold on. Yeah, it looks like the All-Star game. There's not many people in the stands, so I'm guessing this must be pretty early in the All-Star game. But he was handed this little cardboard flyer, this little postcard. And oh, hold on. I'm catching up with a comment here. Let's face it, that guy is the Trump of Top Shot. I think Judge gets a bad rap. He's not so bad. All right, so this is kind of cool that we're seeing some in arena advertising, and there's the front of it and there's the back of it, explaining what they can collect on the platform, how it works, what's the marketplace, how these moments can get you entries into raffles, like to get interesting um, once in a lifetime experiences and things like that. And they liken it to collecting jerseys, hats, physical memorabilia, playing, trading cards, etc. So this to me is the perfect kind of advertisement to the normies out there. I think this could be even one step better if they could use some of those millions of advertising dollars that they plan on using and make this like a scratch off where they then have to scan this on the website to see if they've won. If they win, they get a pack. If they don't win, they say, "Hey, guess what? You didn't win, but here's some moments under $5 if you'd like to get started," or something like that. So this was pretty cool, and I hope that we see this during the NBA season. So I wanted to just share that with you all. Um, there's people quacking in the chat. I guess you just want me to give away moments. All right, why not? Roy is saying, why don't people care about Sabonis? Who doesn't care about Sabonis? I care about Sabonis. I think Sabonis is a wonderful player. He's an incredible player. He is like he was an all-star 2 seasons ago. He's a very good player. I think the only reason they don't care about Sabonis now, oh geez, the Trump's back. What do you want? Oh, I was just going to say that the reason they don't care about Sabonis now is because he plays for a very loser, weak team, the Sacramento Kings. You see that logo right there? That's the logo of losers. Sorry, Chewy Wolf. I apologize. Not a personal attack on you. This is locker room talk, Chewy. I don't mean to attack you personally, but the Sacramento Kings are the bottom dwellers of the NBA. That's what we all know. They're a terrible team. They don't deserve to be in the NBA. As a matter of fact, I think they should go down to the G League. Should be the Sacramento G League Kings. That's what a lot of people believe, and that's what I sure as hell believe. And if you don't believe that, you just might be a son of a bitch. Trump, that's enough. Get out of here. You're not welcome on this show. You're not going to just come here and start insulting the people in my chat. That's totally uncalled for. And I apologize to Poker Pro. I apologize to Chewy. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do. It's somehow how like the ex presidents, they get a security detail for the rest of your lives. You didn't know this, but the ex presidents, they also get the ability to jump on any Top Shot related YouTube stream, and mine seems to be on the top of the list for some reason. So sorry about that. Sorry about that for all the Kings fans out there. What's your thoughts on the tweet you were tagged in 20 minutes ago about? Oh, I was tagged on a tweet 20 minutes ago. Let me take a look. I was tagged somewhere. Let's see. I'm looking. I'm looking. I'm looking. I don't see it. I was tagged in a tweet about consulting. I don't see that. If Oh, okay, now I see it. Dear Janie, if you want someone, we'll share it. Am I sharing that? Here. Dear Janie, if you want someone who is in tune with the Top Shot community and can give some great consulting advice, Top Shot Tandy is your person. The Poker Pro comes, throws me under the bus, nice and dirty. He doesn't live in the United States or even North America. Pass. Wrong. Poker Pro Eric, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on here. Trump, I need you back for a second. Poker Pro. Whoa. Slow your road, pal. Wrong. Wrong. You are wrong, sir. Tandy is a U.S. citizen. He may not be a U.S. resident currently, but he is a U.S. citizen, and he's a fine U.S. citizen at that. Okay? So you watch out, Poker Pro Eric. I'll come right after you, buddy. I'll bring my security detail with me while I'm at it. All right. So the real answer to that question is, yeah, I'd love it if I could jump on a few calls every month and give some advice and just kind of give the vibes and the sentiment from the community directly to Dapper Labs in a way that isn't just 1,000 people on Twitter. Absolutely, I would do it. Absolutely, I would do it. But I've never been reached out to about that. But absolutely, I would do that. I mean, I like my day job. I like helping free and charitable clinics in the United States treat the most overlooked members of their communities. I think it's very rewarding work, and it's different every day, and I enjoy that. But absolutely, I would get on a few calls every month with Dapper Labs and try to make that link between community and Dapper stronger and clearer. So that's my response to that tweet. Thanks for letting me know about it, Josh. All right. Let's see. Collins, I hate Trump too. I know he keeps on jumping onto my stream, and it's really rude. It's really rude, and I'm sorry. Top Shot packs were great when Trump was still president. I think you might be right. um, all right, let's see. The Kings are like Ted Cruz. Hold on, where's that? The Kings are like Ted Cruz. I don't have a Ted Cruz impression, but maybe we got a. I don't even know if I could do a Ted Cruz impression. It's so irritating. I just find his whole demeanor so irritating. I don't even think I could do it. But maybe I do need to add that to the repertoire. I know. If only I had internet. If only I had Zoom. Fortunately, I don't know what Zoom is. Isn't Zoom the what you press on the camera to go closer? All right. Poker Pro's getting political. No, I live outside of Lisbon. I live outside of Lisbon. Martin just got here. Can I get more Trump, please? Biden ruined Top Shot. Very true. They should meet Tandy on his stream. I don't disagree with that. Top Shot has been crap since Biden took office. Well, the same way that Trump can get a free pass. Hey, excuse me, Poker Pro Eric, that's malarkey. You take that back. You take that back. I, my fellow Jamaicans, someone told me I was almost getting ready for bedtime. Camellia Harris, she was reading me a book about the little or the little red engine that could. It says read line here. Read next line. The little red engine that could. It was going up the hill. I'm tired. It's been a long day. Next line. Poker Pro, let me tell you something right now. That's absolutely malarkey. Everything I do, I mean, come on, man. I got hairy legs. I'm an excellent bicycle rider. And if you think that I screwed up the Top Shot packs, I'll meet you outside, man. We'll do a push-up contest, man. Me versus you. I got hairy legs. I got big old muscles. I'll take you out behind the bleachers and suck you right on the chin. You don't do that to me, Poker Pro Eric. You watch your mouth. All right. Well, thank you from the President Joe Biden. I guess both presidents are coming into the stream today. Let's see. Martin wants more Trump. Can Trump please be nice? I can't confirm that Trump can be nice to the Kings. He doesn't seem to like the Kings. Biden sleepy time. I'm pretty sure he went to bed. I thought Tandy Trump was going to compare the Kings to Ted Cruz. Save up 120 trade tickets. What? Where did that come from? Oh, here. Word on the street is that you might be able to max packs the trade ticket drop. Is that true? I mean, I think that the John Boy Beats of the world will tell you that this pack is going to be plus EV, but the majority of the packs that you rip, you're going to so-called lose money if you do the math on what your trade tickets are worth. Some people are doing the math that their trade tickets are worth $2, but unfortunately, due to current market conditions, your trade tickets most likely, especially your high serial ones, are worth $1. And so I think it's fair to think that those are worth maybe $1.50 or so. And so 60 of those is $90. I mean, that's just about what these MGLEs are sell for mostly, I think. But a lot of those will be loser packs. The player list is not particularly exciting. You really kind of need to hit on those legendaries, but I like it. And I know that the community likes buying packs. And what did we say a few weeks ago? We need systems in place where when the community buys packs, it benefits the community in general. It's taking the medicine for the marketplace in general. And if we can be burning hundreds of thousands of trade tickets because the community can't stop buying packs, that's way better. than spending your money and undercutting your moments to be able to spend your money. So I love trade ticket packs. I hope that every MG Lee and Hollow and whatever drop is purely trade ticket packs mixed with burning, mixed with crafting, because you all know how I feel about that. Let's do it. Let's burn, baby. Let's see here. Yeah, Biden made trade tickets worth $1. That is pretty sad. So Drenger, you've been selling trade tickets for $2, but I'm guessing those are pretty good cereal because otherwise you can't. You might be able to rejoin and buy more packs, and with little time for people to get their trade tickets, the ones who are prepared could benefit. Again, you could benefit. Again, the majority of these are going to be median value losers, just so we're aware. But again, buy away, burn those tickets. Can we get another Jane impression? See, this is where I get confused because I didn't think I was doing an impression of Janie. And then I listened to it again too, and it didn't even seem like an impression of her. So I don't even know. I don't even know. I just need to read things that she tweets in a slightly higher voice, in a slightly kind of confident voice, and then it's a Janie impression. So sure, let me find a tweet. Hold on. I got to find a tweet. There's no tweets. It's all retweets. I'm going on her account trying to find something. All right. I mean, I don't know that this is going to be that interesting, but here you go. Here you go. Just for you, Poker Pro Eric. Here's Janie reading her tweet. Hold on. This is going to be high comedy. Like, I don't get how this is an impression, but anyway. How would you describe your squad for this one? Mine would be the type of squad that rolls up in a Winnebago in a zombie apocalypse and say, get in the van, looking like Rambo extras. Yeah, I don't know. Hope that did it for you. Let's see. We are used to being losers. Kate MGLE is enough to make me a sucker for this pack. Martin, this is our year. PPE, save that saying for the Raiders fans. That's not Janie, that's Carrie. No, it was Janie. That was Janie commenting on Carrie's video. I could do, it would be a Carrie impression. I can't do it though with one camera, but it's basically like a TikTok impression. Like, hey, Top Shot Nation, tonight we're looking for the biggest rebounder, and who's going to have the most assists? Do you think you can win this challenge? I don't know. That's stupid. Sorry. Oh, you want some more Luke? All right, I'll give the people what they want. Mate. Josh, I appreciate you, mate. I once went to Ghana, mate, because I was rescuing some dolphins there. The food, though, mate, didn't agree with me. It gave a whole new meaning to hashtag fire Dumbo. That's how I felt in the morning. There was a fire in my belly. All right. The whole Dumbo has stomach issues. That's my joke. I'm sorry, Luke. Maybe you have a stomach like a tank. I don't know. All right. Why don't you have a member option yet? One day. For now, I keep it free for everybody. One day. I should be a TikToker. Thank you. Oh, all right. Poker Pro thinks the Carrie impression is better than the El Dumbo one. The Jacob impression, I don't know. How do I make an impression of Jacob? I need to be very bureaucratic. You need to ask me a question about Top Shot, and then I need to give you an answer of thank you for that feedback. I'm gonna send it back to my team. I don't know. I don't really have a good Jacob impression, and I don't have a good Roham impression either. Roham is just there with this big old grin on the Forbes TV channel, and he's like, the one thing the Roham has the velvet tongue, man. That guy can say anything. He can weave a tale. He can bring you along for a ride. He can sell anything. The man is a master salesman. That's what I would say. Oh, moving along, moving right along. Right, yeah, that just became almost a Trump. I need some work on this, but okay, moving right along. You know who I'd really like to talk to you guys about is Pablo Prigioni. Pablo Prigioni. I was watching that game in December of 2007 when Pablo Prigioni had 4 assists in the first quarter. Yeah. What's up, Tap Shot Nation? My favorite video actually was one of my first 2-minute videos when Jacob was spinning around in circles in front of the Brooklyn what's it called again? The Barclay Center. That was just too funny. I cannot deny and I cannot confirm. Um, actually, yeah, should we pretend I'm on a yacht? Is this the Roham impression? Do I look more like Roham right now? We really feel that flow is the future. We really feel that everyone in the United States will have a flow wallet and that we will be buying our groceries with flow. We believe that you will be going and to KFC and saying, I will have a 5 piece. And the man at the register will say, scan your flow wallet here, or do you have 7 trade tickets? And then you'll say, yes, these are 7 Bruce Browns. And then you will be eating delicious hot fried chicken. And we plan on giving utility to those of you who have purchased fried chicken using your trade tickets. We will be tracking this and imagine what it's going to be like when KFC can identify their biggest fans who have purchased purely using their Dapper Labs wallet and trade tickets. We then have this idea of having a massive KFC Dapper Labs promotional cruise ship on a yacht where everyone who has purchased fried chicken using their Dapper wallet will actually be eligible for sitting on the court during an NBA Finals game, and we're really excited about that. We're really excited of all the development that we're doing on the Flow ecosystem. Okay, you get the picture. Uh, let's see. Colonel Sanders hollow icon moment. Steve on Baller's blockchain. You guys are really making me do these impressions that I've never done before. Should I just do a really shitty Australian accent? Let me see. Are there any like kangaroos? Am I just gonna just take things way over the top? Let me see if I can get one. Um, let's see. Does that work? Hey, hello everybody. Hello everybody. Good to see you all here. Listen to the sound of my deep, rich Australian voice. Don't you like it? Does it make you feel horny? Not horny. Does it make you feel relaxed and fine? Let's take a look at how you buy KFC using your trade tickets. First, good day. First, yeah, this is a pretty shitty Australian accent. First, you want to check in with your Dapper Labs account once you get into that KFC. When the bright lights and the beautiful, beautiful smells of delicious hot fried chicken hit your nostrils, you're going to want to then open up your Dapper Labs wallet and show the person behind the register and tell them you'd like to purchase a 5 piece chicken. Chicken, you got the wings and the breasts. And put in a little bit of that beautiful gravy on top of the mashed potatoes. And could they please put that chicken on the barbie? Because that's how you like it, don't you? Crikey. Oh, I'm glad this is working. They say it sounds exactly like it. Crikey. And if there's any alligators, no, that just became British. If there's any alligators on the floor, make sure you don't interact with them. Don't look at them. Just get right to that register and show your Dapper Labs wallet. And in 3 short steps, you'll be eating KFC chicken. Enjoy. Does this voice make you horny, baby? Does it? Hmm, sure does. I get horny just thinking about fried chicken. I could eat it right now. I like the smell, but not as much as I like slapping the camera. Hold on, it's not gonna work with this filter. Here we go, I'm back. I'm back. Not as much as I like slapping the camera. Also, not as much as I like flying my drone. Also, not as much as I like buying KFC with my Dapper wallet. Pow. All right, so now we have our Steve Baller's blockchain impression. Poker Pro Eric bought 3 rares since this impression. Oh, God. Oh, this is just so silly. All right. Should we? Yeah, I don't have. Is this what you do? Travel? Was this you the last time too? Travel addict asking for all the team hold videos? Because you know what I'm gonna do. I mean, what is that mental health check when Zakarian talks about hand jobs and um yeah, he does the music and then it's like the hand jobs and people seem to like that. Well, okay, that's fine. Um, yeah, okay. We did say community. We'll let you scratch that itch real quick.
We love the community.
And we definitely talked about Roham. We showed him on in the getting a rain of $100 bills.
Rohan.
Okay. Uh, Breaking hand jobs won't need to be airdropped in Las Vegas. They won't need to be airdropped. Are you implying something else? So why don't we do a quick little duck race? Quack in the chat. Quack in the chat. Let's get that banner up. Quack in the chat if you'd like to go for a duck race. And let's see what else. Let's see what else we got here. So I'm gonna add my Ballers blockchain kangaroo to my list of filters here. And let's do some quacking. All right, I guess we'll just go back to good old Trump wants to get in the chat again. I'm trying to close him out, but he's got this button that just lets him right in. All right, fine. Come on in. Oh, what? You didn't want me to come into the chat? What are you, scared of what the best looking president in our lifetime with the best hair in our lifetime has to say? You're scared that I'm going to get your ratings 10 times higher than they've ever been? Please, that's pathetic. It's weak, and it's exactly what I'd expect from you, Tandy. You're sick and you're sad. Not as sad as actually Jeb Bush, not as sick as him either, but pretty sad. Pretty sad. I've never seen such weak energy in my life since I had to stand across from that Hillary Clinton after she was done drinking baby blood juice that she had whipped up in her blender in the backstage. I saw the whole thing, and it's all detailed in a very special interview I'm giving with Alex Jones later this week on Trump TV. You're going to love it. I think you're going to like it. You might love it. It's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. It's possibly going to be the best you've ever seen. Martin, thank you. I know that you're one of my biggest fans because you reply to all my emails when I tell you in those emails that we need more money. We need way more money if we're going to beat the beast that is the fake media, the fake and false news media that they just try to take down this righteous group of fighters that are on our side. And we need more money. That's the one thing we're missing. More money. So please send that money. Martin, I appreciate you. Trump impression in the description for extra views.
Travel addict guy, let me tell you something. Addicted to travel sounds like a pretty bad idea. Personally, I'm incredibly rich. I don't know if you know that about me, but I'm very rich. And, I'm richer than anyone you know, basically. I'm also much better looking. And, we want to only have the real diehards here. The real diehards. And travel addict, if I were you, I'd stop traveling. Because that's how you get stomach viruses and flu and dirty things from dirty people. You get in an airplane, lot of dirty people, not nice. You go to the Vegas Summer League, lot of dirty people, not nice, not nice. You're gonna go home, spreaded filth all over you. You're gonna be smelling terrible, and you're gonna be feeling terrible, not healthy at all. So let's see. The fake news killed Top Shot. Bringing Trump to run Top Shot. I'm available, but you're gonna have to pay me big bucks. Big bucks. We're talking big bucks. You're going to spend your whole marketing budget in one day on me. By the way, I see people dropping off. You know what? That's fine. They're weak. They can't handle the truth. They can't handle Trump TV. That's okay. We don't need him. Go back to CNN. Go back to fake news. We don't need you. Okay. Let's see how we're doing. If we got everyone in the night bot, 22 out of 30, that's fine. The people who are just too slow and weak to put their names in, tough shit. That's what we say. Locker room talk, folks. Remember, this is locker room talk. Just so we can I gotta give that. Oh shit, I closed the window. That was very weak of me. I closed the window when I had all the names in there. Normally, not what you'll see. Not what you'll see from President Trump. Normally, I do things right the first time, every time. Okay, here we go. Here's the duck race. Beautiful ducks. That's what we're used to. Squeaky, it's your first race. Well, thank you and welcome. And Ryan, Tandy is off the rails. I agree. He's off the rails and he's staying off the rails because Trump is here, my friend. Trump is here to take over in a big and beautiful and great way. These are good and great and beautiful duck races, and this is the way it should have been from the beginning. Should have never been Tandy in here. What does he bring to this chat anyway? What does he bring? Make the race 20 minutes long. I like the way you think. Let's do this. We're going to race this. They're going to race. We're going to race. And the winner will be sent a Make America Great hat. You're just going to send your information to me, and I will send you an authentic American, possibly made in China, Make America Great hat. Because that's what we're here for. Top Shot, that is just a bait and switch. We talk about Top Shot, but in reality, we just want to make America great again. So let's run it. Tandy NFTs is taking an early lead, which probably is not a good sign. Joshua with his teddy bear hat. But look at that, Poker Pro Eric. I couldn't have scripted this better myself. What a beautiful duck. I've never seen a more beautiful duck in my life. Incredible red tie, incredible hair. Poker Pro Eric. Let's just talk about Poker Pro Eric. That is the nicest duck I've ever. Why is he falling behind? That Poker Pro Eric duck should be in the front. This is rigged. This is fake. This is fake news. This is fake news. Joshua, you are fake. You are fake. Poker Pro Eric, I can't even see you anymore. What the hell is going on? Someone's got to fix this. Joshua, get back to the back of the line. Ryan White, get out of here. What's going on here? Poker Pro Eric, get to the front already. Taking too long. You're taking too long and you're too slow. Airplane mode is slow. Airplane mode's coming to the front. It's between airplane mode and travel addict guy. Beak to beak. Who's going to take it? Airplane mode. Congratulations, airplane mode. You have won the Make America Great Again hat. So just give me your Top Shot name, and I'll send you absolutely nothing. And then tell me what your address is, and I'll send you that hat. So airplane mode, give me that username so I can send you absolutely nothing. I was only gonna give it to Poker Pro Eric, and you know what? Poker Pro Eric, he wasn't able to do it, unfortunately. But that doesn't take away the fact that I believe that he is the true winner. In my book, he is the true winner. Poker Pro Eric is the winner. I'm sorry, airplane mode, but you are fake news. You are fake news. Okay. All right, I'm out of here, Tandy.
All right. Well, thank you again. Sorry if anyone got their feelings hurt. Sorry to the people that get triggered when he shows up. But like I said, he is they the ex presidents and current presidents are allowed to jump on this stream whenever they want. That's just how it works. I don't make these rules. We will do a recount, absolutely. All right, runner up. That's true. Runner up. Um, you are the Hillary Clinton of this duck race. That's true. I think we are actually going to have a we're going to have a little miniature insurrection until Poker Pro Eric is declared the winner of that duck race. Exactly. Oh, geez. We're going to storm the Dapper Labs. All right, buddies and gentlemen, and ladies and gentlemen, I think that's about it from me. We talked about our vinyls recap. Again, any feedback that you guys have of why you felt that was a good interview, I'd love to hear it because I haven't gotten that kind of feedback on any interview, not even ones done with Mikey Weisberg. Have not gotten any kind of feedback like that. And so something clearly struck a chord. So the more I learned from you all what was so positive about that interview, the more I can try to replicate it. If it's only because we had staff from Dapper Labs, well, I guess that kind of limits us, doesn't it? But hey, we will try. We will try to get more Dapper Labs employees on here if that's what you guys need to feel the value. But it's getting a bit late by me. I did enjoy this though. Somehow we streamed for an hour and 45 minutes. And Vinyls.eth is such a cool Christian name. Very legal and very cool. So, guys, thank you. Thank you all. Represent us well when Janie DMs you. I actually DM'd her before she was named GM. We didn't get to chat, so hopefully we will one day. I hope so. And I actually almost was going to chat with Jacob as well, and Austin as well. But here's how I feel about chatting with Austin. You guys tell me if I'm wrong. But I feel like someone like Austin, he picks cool moments on the platform, and that's what he does. And like, I guess if you guys want to talk about cool moments on the platform, we can do that too. But I just feel like when Top Shot hopefully soon is very healthy and doing great, and we can all just simp, we can all just be big old simps for Top Shot, then that makes sense to bring on people like Austin because we can just all simp and feel happy and talk about the next pack that's coming up that we all feel great about. But until that time, I think it needs to be a little more focused on marketplace and market cap and the economics of NBA Top Shot. That's what I definitely talk a lot about. So that's how I'm feeling currently. I want to simp so bad. You know, actually, I need that clip. Where is it? Because I really do. I want to simp so bad. I feel like, oh, geez, where is it? Here.
I want that one so bad.
Mike.
That is how I feel. I want to simp so bad. I know you all do too. People just want to duck race. You know when duck races are the future? I think duck races are the future of multiple people trying to buy the same moment at the same time. Simpleton. I know, like simpleton has a negative connotation, but I still love the word simp. Can't help it. All right, guys. Thank you all. Thank you all. I hope you all had fun. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Enjoy it. And we shall talk soon. As of now, it'll be next week, unless something else pops up. And by the way, before I go, the judgy wants to do a little giveaway for his super draft thing. So if you guys want to try to win a rare that's going to be in the range of $50 to $60, which I'm going to choose at some point, probably between today and tomorrow, look out on my Twitter account and retweet and do all that stuff that he's going to ask you guys to do. So one of you will win a rare moment. But you will have to sign up to Super Draft, which I believe is free. So thank you all. God bless the Tandy Man. Like the video. Thank you all. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all spending this time together. It really does mean a lot. You could be doing anything, and you're here listening to shit jokes with Trump filters on, and I appreciate you for that. Yeah, and if you could bump up those likes, go ahead and bump those likes up. And we shall see each other soon. Good night for me. Good rest of the day for you, and take care.
Static Selector.